It's 7.
Okay, so welcome to the Nipissing Town Council meeting on Tuesday, April the 23rd. We have regrets from Mayor Kuko. She's currently at the Ontario Good Roads Association meeting in Toronto. So my name's up as the acting mayor for the first time.
Yay.
First of all, in the spirit of reconciliation, the meeting's starting at 7 o'clock. Okay. In the spirit of reconciliation, the Corporation of the Township of Nipigon respectfully acknowledges it is located on the traditional lands of the Red Rock Indian Band, signatory to the Robinson Superior Treaty of 1850, and the township further respectfully acknowledges the historic presence of the Métis people on these lands. Any disclosures of pecuniary interest?
No.
No. Seeing none, we'll move on to the second item on the agenda, which is the previous council minutes. Do we have any discussion? From April 9th. Thank you. Do we have any discussion?
No.
Should be the first one.
So the regular council meeting minutes of April 9th, 2024 are hereby adopted as recorded by the deputy clerk. Moved by Gail Westhaver, seconded by Glenn Hart. All in favor? Okay, resolution number 85-2024. Next item is finance, to confirm and approve accounts.
Yep.
Am I supposed to read out moved and seconded first before I ask for discussion? Or the other way around?
This is. Go ahead.
Sure. You can, yes.
Okay, so it's moved by Gail Westhaver, seconded by Glenn Hart. That the payment of accounts as listed on the following payment voucher be and the same is hereby confirmed and approved. Any discussion?
You should give the values as well for.
So payment voucher number 13 for $30,787.81. And payment voucher 14 is for $270,823.35. All in favor? That's resolution number 86. 2024. Glenda, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I know my voice doesn't carry very
I'll
well.
let you know.
Okay.
Why?
And those are fine.
This doesn't have to be read.
Right. Those are not there on the other voucher.
Okay. So the next item is the 2024 capital budget with schedules 1 and 2. The forms were in the package that was sent out with the details of the capital budget. This is moved by Gail Westhaver, seconded by Glenn Hart, that this council approves the 2024 Township of Nipigon capital budget with schedules 1 and 2 as presented by staff. Any discussion?
Any? No.
All in favor? Okay. And carried. And I shouldn't put that over.
That was nice to get by.
86 or 87.
Because when we were going through it, you know,
The color copy,
Yeah.
yeah,
the color copy is great.
they're color coded.
Some of the colors are too close to other colors.
And so that was
Color
resolution
challenge.
87,
87.
2024.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the next item is the Nipigon OPP detachment, the fourth quarter report. We have Sergeant David Moswell here. You'd like to say, cover a few highlights?
Thank you, Madam Chair. So if I ask you to refer to page 13 of the report, there's an awful lot of data in this report, and I like to simplify it and get down to the graphs. Because it just gives you a little,
You're very wonderful.
they're just, they do an amazing job. So you'll notice a couple of areas concern. The mischief numbers and the domestic disturbance numbers being up. And I wish I had a real good explanation on the domestic piece. And I don't have one. Unfortunately, those things ebb and flow. And we're just doing our best to make sure that we put protections in place for people who do call. They require a significant amount of work, and we do make sure that the parties involved are protected. Generally, it's a dynamic situation that's been going on for a significant amount of time, and whatever, by the time we get called, there's a significant history there. So we do our very best that once we're aware of it, we put whatever measures we can get in place to protect the parties involved. Make sure that the CAS and the LECO are advised to make sure kids are protected, and we do our best to get the people involved going in the direction they need to, get the help we can, and whatever resources we can bring to bear. Court isn't always the solution to these types of offenses, incidents. But we do our very best to make sure that we address those. Page 14 on that report, just want to point out the ride hours. Now this is the fourth quarter, so we would be, at that point, we're rolling into December. We typically have our festive ride program, so you would have seen officers out conducting several ride programs. Approximately 350 were done during that ride program. So both here and in Stratford Terrace Bay. So we're taking impaired driving seriously, both alcohol and drug. Matter of fact, one of my officers just grabbed an impaired driver by drug just before we got here. So they're out there doing their work. Page 18, again, we're seeing patrol hours fairly consistent. Foot patrols, I've insisted since I've come here that foot patrols take place, and sometimes it's me. Other times, various officers want to get them out of the car. And again, after COVID, getting out, meeting people and talking to people again, because that was kind of lost for a while. So we want to get that back. And then that little slim part is the school patrols. And I know it doesn't look like a big number, but it in fact is. So what I've insisted on is that Tanya Brennan, our court officer, tracks school patrols. And I'm insistent that all the officers are into the schools. Some detachments have school resource officers. I feel that all the officers should be familiar with the schools, with the layout, with who's supposed to be there, who's not supposed to be there, and really get relationships building again. And I mean, our officers are involved in the community coaching and doing things, so the kids are used to seeing them in different roles. So my insistence is that we have at least 2 patrols a month. So at all the different schools in the cluster. So we're making a concerted effort to make sure that our officers are seen in the schools. And of course, although it doesn't affect Nipmuc directly, we were at the Red Rock High School for the career fair. And we had recruiters there, and we want to plant seeds in young people's heads, start talking to them now, and then who knows, maybe you just affect that one or two that are from here that want to stay here and would like a career. So it's kind of one of my long-term goals as well. As far as that, I don't think I have anything else that I want to point out. Of course, the services boards are slowly inching towards being formed. So there's work being done in that regard. Mainly Scriber, Terrace Bay and Pace Plat will form one, and then on the west end of the cluster, Nipmuc, Lake Helen, Red Rock, Herkett, Dorian. Am I missing anyone? I think I got everyone. We'll be forming a services board, so these reports will be going to a services board with a little bit of with a little different template, but the same basic information is what I'm providing now.
Yes, and we will be appointing a council member to that soon. One of the things we need to do is get criminal records checks. And I was told that it's probably best for everyone to get one.
Everyone has to.
Everyone
So
has
if
to.
you have one now, it doesn't move forward to the new services board. Everyone will have to, but you'll be able to do it through that portal, through the police services board portal.
Right.
And they've promised me a 2-week turnaround on those. So it shouldn't hold up the work, of the boards being formed. And if you run into a problem, please tell me, and I'll light a fire where I need to.
And we will be having a meeting, I believe, the first week of May.
As this newly formed board,
Yes, with an advisor
yes,
who's going to get
that would
us
be
in.
Lisa Darling.
Yes,
Yes,
correct.
perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
that's good. So we'll be able to roll that in very quickly.
Is that going to be done, like, do we have to sign something for you to go ahead and do this? And also that for all volunteers and staff, or is it just council, or? Do you know?
The board is actually already okayed by the ministry. We worked on that.
The framework, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, so a bylaw will. Is it a bylaw, or I
I think
believe,
you would need at least a
Definitely a
resolution
resolution,
to
yes.
appoint a member to the new board.
right.
Yeah.
And then we will actually we are with Red Rock, Dorian, Herkett, and Red Rock Indian Band, and we will need one member that is like a community member
Right.
as well. So it'll be like one counselor.
Yeah.
Or one counselor from each township.
Yeah.
And then one community
Community.
board member.
Right, and I think that's up to the board on how they arrive at that, but Lisa will be able to give you more information on
Right.
that, on how that. I know there's supposed to be a provincial appointee too now. I don't know if that is making it, that was the old board system. I don't know if that's made it to the new board system.
Okay,
But again, Lisa will be able to help you with that, and you know how to reach her. So if
yes,
there's any issues, if there's anything you want to talk about, is there anything around the reporting piece that you would like to see or not? There's gonna be a new framework with a new report coming out. I'm gonna forward that to you, to kind of see if that fits with what you are going to want for information. But I'm
Right.
flexible, and I'm hoping we'll make them a little slimmer than this. It's better to
Just
give you
keep-
too much information than not enough. So.
Yeah, well, that's great that you're going with the schools. I think that's great for kids that don't have a entity outside of school. You know, some kids, their parents can't afford sports and things like that, so no, it's good to be in the schools and have a one-on-one with some kids that may be having some trouble, and
Yeah, I think if we can identify those issues early, we can be a little proactive on how we deal with them.
yeah,
I often tell young officers, get to know the secretaries, because they're the constant in the school.
Yeah.
They see the kids, like in a grade school from JK to
Yeah.
grade 6 or grade 8, whatever they go to. So they see these kids pretty much their whole school life,
yeah,
and you're able to get to know a lot of different issues,
that's great.
you know. So if there's no other.
Actually, I have one little
Yes.
question.
Absolutely.
On page 19, there's secondary employment. What is that? 3 officers currently authorized for secondary employment.
So under the Police Services Act, for us to do anything other than be a police officer, we need to ask permission. And it's called a
Okay.
request for secondary employment. And there's a fairly strict standard on what you can be involved in. So for example, it can't be related to policing. So I couldn't go work for an insurance company, or I couldn't go work for a security company. It has to be totally, like if I want to go run a backhoe, that's likely that they're going to allow that, right?
Okay.
So it just depends on, you have to put in a formal request, and risk management looks at it and decides whether it's just to avoid any conflict of interest,
So
right?
it's not what I thought it was. When I used to work at the Thunder Bay Fire Center.
Yep.
We used to hire city police the odd time to help with security around our facility when we had a lot of emergency workers.
Yeah, that's a paid duty, so that's a little different.
That's a different thing.
That's, you're allowed to do that piece,
Okay.
but they couldn't come work for them.
Yeah.
So city police officer could, I could not go work for that ministry as a security guard,
Okay.
right? Because it would be in conflict, or
Oh,
or
is
I couldn't come work for the township here because it would be in conflict to
Yeah.
to my regular duties, so. And it goes as far as boards. I can't really sit on the hospital board as a voting member because they get their funding from the province.
okay.
So there's a lot of different places that they look, nooks and
Yeah.
crannies that they look for potential conflict of interest. And that's the reason why. It's just to make sure that we're transparent and that we're,
Okay, I didn't realize that.
you know,
Good to know. Thank you very much for that.
you're very welcome. And if there's no other questions, if I could be excused, Madam Chair.
Oh, absolutely. Enjoy the sunshine.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
So our next item on the agenda is the Green Mantle subdivision. I wonder if, Linda, if you can give us some background, that the resolution is to declare the Green Mantle subdivision roll numbers. Do I need to read out the roll numbers? Yeah.
Well, just, yeah, you can read the resolution.
Okay, that this council hereby declares the Green Mantle subdivision roll numbers 5844, 000, 002, 31,926
I think you could just put
to
2.
31,958 surplus properties. I wonder if we could get some background on why this is being done.
Well, I believe that it's so that they would be in a position to be for sale.
Okay, I hadn't heard that there was anything going on with that, so, okay.
Yes, and there is the map that shows them as well.
Yeah.
In your agenda package.
Oh, yes. there
Yeah.
was.
Yes.
Okay.
You ordered off them for sale. We have to
Yeah.
classify them as
Okay,
surplus.
Yeah.
so they've never, I didn't know that they hadn't.
Me
been,
neither.
And that was an issue, okay.
Yeah.
So this is moved by Councillor Westhaver, seconded by Councillor Hart. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, so resolution number 88. 2024. that we declare the Green Mantle subdivision roll numbers as said earlier, surplus properties. The next item is the vacant council position. Whereas according to the Municipal Act, when a council seat becomes vacant, the council must decide whether to fill the seat through a by-election or appointment. And the council is required to fill the vacant seat within 60 days of the vacancy, which in this case would be by May 30th, 2024. This is moved by Councillor Westhaver,
Well, we have to
seconded by
pick.
Councillor Hart,
We
but
have
we
to
have,
pick a method.
we have to discuss.
Yeah. I don't know,
What
but
would, you've read the, Linda provided you with the options.
Under the bylaw, under what we've done before, at this point in time, in an effort to save money from having an actual election, I would recommend we fill, as before, we fill the vacancy by appointing a person who has consented to accept the position. As we have the last multiple times.
Oh, I think what we did the last time was,
oh, yeah.
it's
there's-
option
there's two- there's
2B
two
was
options.
the,
There's a two options here.
I've lost my
Yeah,
page,
you
there we
lost
go.
it.
Appointment, we can either appoint a candidate from the 2022 municipal vacancy, or municipal election to fill the vacancy.
Yeah.
Option 2B is appointment by call for applications, which is what we've done the last couple times.
Yeah.
And the third option, 2C, is direct appointment by council. So Glenn, you were suggesting 2B?
Yeah.
Councillor Westhaven?
Yeah, I think we'll just follow what happened, that we did before, it's just rather than running a whole election. Yeah.
So 2B as well,
Pardon me?
2B, or not 2B?
To be, just
So
just advertise
basically,
vacancy and.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so we,
Would-
you would put
would-
choice 2B or whatever.
2B, yes.
I'd be interested to see Linda's opinion.
I agree.
You agree?
Okay, so council determines that the vacant council seat will be filled by 2B. All in favor?
To be,
2B.
Do you have to say what 2B is?
to be or not to be.
We'll put up a call for applications.
Yeah.
Resolution 89, 2024. Okay, the next item,
That is all in favor.
Yes.
oh, yes, we did get,
Okay.
Public Works.
okay. The next item is the bylaw, procedural bylaw amendment. It's moved by Councillor Westhaver, seconded by Councillor Hart, that leave be given to amend bylaw number 1896 to govern the proceedings of council, the conduct of its members, and the calling of meetings. Do I say this, the bylaw be read first and second times? I say that now or later?
Later.
After.
That's what I thought. So Linda, would you mind talking about, you provided the whole bylaw, but I know that our discussion wasn't about the whole bylaw, it was just changing, some smaller parts of it.
Yes, so it was basically for the electronic attendance, so that individuals would be able to attend and vote electronically. If for some reason the highway's
like
closed
myself.
or,
Yeah.
and you're not able to attend in person. So yeah, there was just a couple of other small changes to a few typos, and the original one still had meetings to take place at the Nippigan Community Center. So we just made that change, that it is the Nippigan Municipal Office in the council chambers. And yes, so the electronic meetings now, prior to this, it had been an option just in case of emergency.
Yeah,
And while the COVID emergency was going on, so now, it is a hybrid option where you can have counselors or even, guests attending and, you would have both,
Yeah.
right? So you can have in-person and electronic.
Yeah.
attendance.
see, when I tested that, I got on okay, but I couldn't say anything or vote. And so that, could be detrimental in some cases, right? When I'm not able to attend or somebody else has got family emergency or something. So it's good because there's only 4 of us, right, normally. And, so, but yeah, that's a good change, I think. And not to be abused. I mean, that doesn't mean you just get to sit home and that I don't have to come to town.
There has
But-
been instances where other communities have these hybrids and they haven't been used.
Yeah. Well, it'd be soon apparent, right?
Yeah.
And I think then the person will be spoken to if they're doing that. But when the highway's closed or you're feared for your life of the trucks, no, you have to, still willing and able to join the meeting, speak and hear everybody. So I don't know what the issue would be, right?
It can be convenient as well if you are out of town for
Yeah.
something and
Yeah.
just aren't able
Yeah.
to make it, so.
Like Noma, tomorrow's Noma, I could be there, and now we don't even have a quorum, right? So,
Exactly,
yeah,
yes.
Oh, no, that's great. Thank you for your work on that.
You're welcome.
Getting that done.
Quick turnaround.
So any more discussion? No. So all in favor to accepting the bylaw as written now?
all in favor.
Okay. So all in favor that leave be given to amend bylaw number 1896 to govern the proceedings of council, the conduct of its member, and the calling of meetings, that the bylaw be read a first and second times. And again, that the said bylaw be read a third time, finally passed and numbered bylaw. You use the number that's on here?
Mhm.
Oh, 1931 of the Township of Nipigon.
All in favor?
All in, oh, we did all of
Alright,
it.
Okay.
What you just said, that's basically
Yeah.
to enact it. So, that's-
Okay. I won't remember that next time because it doesn't make any sense. to me. Oh, so this is resolution number 9, 2024.
Is that curfew fine for you? I mean, you're the one that works all day and is to end up here till 10. That's good? Yeah, okay.
So the next item is the Public Works minutes of April 16th. Moved by Councillor Westhaver, seconded by Councillor Hart, that the minutes of the Public Works Committee on April 16th, 2024 are hereby adopted with recommendations. And we had those recommendations right in front of me.
7A and B.
Okay, with recommendations, the Public Works Committee recommends to council that council pass motion to plant new trees and move heritage plaques by the boardwalk at the marina as per the ad hoc committee discussions and recommendations.
Yeah.
That, and that the Public Works Committee recommends to council that council acknowledge receipt of the Nipigon Pollution Control Plant and Sewage Collection System 2023 Annual Report as presented. Discussion, so all in favor?
Yeah.
Okay,
Put
and
A-
approved,
Put A and B on that.
A and
Or not, just
B, he's telling me what to do. Thank you.
trying. Trying to help.
So resolution number 90, 2024. I probably should
This
have
is
said that.
91.
91.
There were a lot more plaques than ones in Kingston.
Okay, the next item, moved by Counselor Westhaver, seconded by Counselor Hart, that this council hereby accepts the resignation letter from, regretfully, from Public Works Superintendent Shane Hardy, effective the end day of April 26, 2024.
Can you read the letter? Please. Read the letter.
Okay. The letter, please accept this letter as notice of my resignation effective end of day, April 26, 2024. I've accepted a role as asset manager on my First Nations. I'm appreciative of my time here at the township and look forward to continuing a great working relationship with the town of Nipigon. Sincerely, Shane Hardy.
Can't blame him, it was an offer he couldn't refuse.
No doubt.
I can tell you. Oh,
What if we don't accept his resignation? He has to come back?
Yeah, right. He did say that
Yeah.
it was a struggle for him to make the
Yes.
decision.
3 weeks, he said it took him to,
and he is still gonna help, so
yeah.
offered help, so.
Yeah.
Yes,
Now we know.
but he will be.
You will be missed.
He will
He's still going to
missed.
be part, like, in and out, yeah. That's really nice of him to do that, but, yeah.
For sure, yes.
So all regretfully in favor?
We're all
Well, now we're
regretfully,
all thinking,
now we're all regretfully in favor of this resignation.
A resolution 2024. Okay, EDC minutes. Moved by Counselor
Your
Westhaver.
voice is fading away now.
Have a drink of water.
You're getting lower, I can hardly hear you.
Moved by Counselor Westhaver, seconded
There
by
we go.
Counselor Hart, that the minutes of the Economic Development Committee of April 10th, 2024 are hereby adopted with recommendations. Which are,
I don't believe there was any recommendations.
there's no EDC recommendation, we're just.
that they don't need council approval? Okay, so no,
No, there's no recommendation now,
okay.
anybody.
So,
Any discussion of the minutes? All in favor?
Yeah.
Okay, resolution 93, 2024. We're down to sundries. So top of Lake Superior Chamber of Commerce minutes.
I didn't get to read this.
typically at this point in time for information purposes.
They do have a request in the next piece, I guess.
So if you see the email,
So Linda, attached is the,
sorry,
Go ahead.
you do have just the minutes, so then that's for information. And then after the minutes, there's an email with the request.
is attached is the information for the Chamber Awards, June 6, 2024. This is a letter.
Yes.
We need to know as soon as possible, your sponsorship last year was $550. Membership is due $113.
What's the 113?
Yearly membership to the chamber. I know, if I may,
Yes.
I know previous previously, the mayor had asked to, see minutes from the AGM
Yes, sir.
and financial statements, so that has been.
This isn't about AGM.
Don't mumble.
And they are going to have a AGM with the awards banquet prior to the awards banquet in June,
Okay.
is what I was told.
Discussion?
I vote it be deferred for the moment.
What's that? I couldn't even.
I vote it would be deferred for the moment.
Yeah. Defer until
Next meeting,
Next meeting?
next meeting.
there's some things to discuss. There's more information and such.
Yeah, I haven't really got to digest this either, and yes, I'd like it deferred until.
We can defer, okay, that,
There's lots of,
Well, that's what I'm saying, like, this is supposed to be an AGM, but there's like no election of directors or anything like that listed on here.
yeah, there is just asking some people, but there is no definitive.
So you would like more information?
yeah.
Like when you have an AGM, there's very specific things that have to be maintained within the actual meeting. So they're a little more than just a regular meeting.
Yeah. One person asking for a mission statement, which they obviously don't have. Once you're on board, you should, right?
Well, it's something like they can work for, like that's,
Yeah, so just give it some time here when we look at this.
It, I just have one more comment. It does seem like we've been very active lately. I would say they've been meeting twice a month.
Yep.
So that's positive.
What do
It's a
they
start.
actually do? Do you, I haven't never wrapped my hand around that.
They are, to support the businesses in
The
town.
businesses in town?
Yes,
Okay.
that's their mandate.
In what way? I don't under.
They would try to do advertising for them, reach out to see how they can provide support. I was
Mention it.
on, I was quite involved with the chamber when I worked at Yes Employment.
Oh, right.
Yes, the struggle has always been business owners are very busy and they don't really have time, but you need the business owners to be involved because it's for them, they need to be part of it.
Yeah.
So there is definitely some struggles there that need to be overcome.
but they are actually getting actual business owners involved. There has been times where the chambers were pretty much all government workers, which is a different makeup than businesses, so. I've been past president of the chamber too, so.
So we'll defer that.
Yeah.
Till our next
I need to-
meeting.
Look through.
Maybe we could get her to come here, Levina or somebody.
I'm sure she would.
Yeah. That would be nice. Would that be a good idea? So we can ask her questions.
What is that? We could do that for the next meeting.
Your device.
Or
Just turn staff.
she's got history there, right? I said she's the one with the most history there
Yeah,
of all these
she
people.
seems to be the one trying to get it going again.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually impressed when I sat in on one of the meetings.
It's not that,
With some of it.
it's not that big of a financial thing. It's just, you know, you'd like to know if someone said, oh, why are you giving them this money? Well, I'm gonna be going, I don't know. That's not a good answer.
You know, I can explain the ins and outs, chambers and stuff.
Okay, our other,
Who is it? Fine.
we're on to other municipal resolutions. So the city of Sault Ste. Marie has a resolution for intimate partner violence and coercive control. Any discussion? Seeing none. We'll move on to the corporation of the municipality of St. Charles.
There was a resolution to support it.
There's
Oh, was
two
there?
resolutions.
Oh, it's not,
They're there, but they're not.
oh, it's underneath.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not.
Let me mix you up.
Yeah. Okay. I thought there was only a resolution to get these.
Well, unless they're already signed.
Yeah.
Unless I want to sign.
Oh, I see that.
I hadn't
That's
had
why
a
they're
chance
on
to
the
read them
bottom.
yet, so I was just reading them.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So,
okay.
are you interested in?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably why they're.
You just got, still got the number?
Yeah, I will after we say all in favor.
Right.
That's what I'm waiting to know.
Yeah.
This council hereby supports the corporation of the city of Sault Ste. Marie regarding intimate partner violence and coercive control. Any discussion? All in favor? Okay, so that's resolution 94. 2024.
Mhm.
And yeah. The last resolution moved by Councillor Hart, seconded by Councillor Westhaver, regarding the corporation of the municipality of St. Charles, a comprehensive social and economic prosperity review to promote the stability and sustainability of municipal finances across Ontario.
Yeah.
Any discussion?
It's a good one, though. Yeah.
All in favor?
Yeah.